It was
You were doing Jameson also.
It was an old school hang.
Yeah.
It was an old school hang. Like that is twice this week. We
Yep.
did an old school drinking hang.
Yeah.
After the show, we hung out at the stand.
After
on
I was done
Tuesday night.
bodyguarding for Ray.
Bodyguarding Ray. You have to tell me what is a conversation with Ray DeVito like? I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care. We're talking. I don't care, Steve. I don't care.
I like.
Why are you looking at me?
I like Ray. I get along with him. I do his podcast, and he reached out and asked me if I would do a guest spot at the stand, and he said also there may be some drama if Gino's there. I just don't. They know about it. I just don't want him in the showroom. And he's like, I don't want to ask Joe Harari to kick him out. So if he needs to be kicked out, could you help me out with it? And I'm like, I know Gino, so I don't think it would be an issue.
Right. I mean, this is what goes on. Do you understand how insane that is? Like, when he said that to you, you're like, what? Weren't you like, huh?
Yeah.
It's like, well, Gina's going to come into the showroom and film me. And I'll tell you what I do want to do. And I'm mad I haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
Like, as much as I want to bring down fucking Ray DeVito, who, like, I want to get tickets to fucking, I can't even think of their names anymore, all the late night hosts. Colbert.
Yeah.
And I want to start yelling. I want to make a scene at Colbert. Like, I want to yell, where are the fucking needles? Or I want to yell bullshit.
Yeah.
Why don't I do that? Like, would that be cool? Or like that, I know that'd be cool.
I don't know if cool is the word I'd use to describe that.
Normally by now, Garrett would have his head in his hand, shaking his head. Is this a good idea?
Yes.
Yeah, do it, though.
No, we're like rooting for you to do it.
Yeah.
We
No,
want you to
I'll
do
do it.
And
Yeah.
we want you to record it in a manner that's like
Tape a cell phone to your head like you
we can
did.
actually watch it. Yeah, you should do that.
So it's undetectable.
Your old GoPro.
I do.
Remember when Sansel was going to go play basketball and we were all going to watch it, and instead there was the worst video I've ever seen in my life of nothing?
Yeah.
I'm afraid something like that will happen.
So we did this before.
Got to make sure if
So
you
no,
do it, you go
I walk-
100% in, and you fuck that show up, and you do it recorded.
All right.
Do it.
All right. And no one will even notice. It's a perfect crime. It's a perfect crime.
I will say I do like you and Ray feuding because I feel like the kid with divorced parents because it just came down to you guys don't like each other. So Ray is like, hey, do a guest spot on my show at the stand. And then you're like, hey, come to the stand. I'll buy you some drinks. I'm like, this is kind of cool, actually.
You're winning.
I'm winning.
Like now and Jerry Seinfeld, literally, this is what we said years ago. It's like the left is going to start tripping all over itself because the more you draw lines in the sand and the more you change your opinion, the more that suddenly you've crossed the line you made. And Seinfeld, I have no problem with Jerry Seinfeld. I don't. But he's like literally like you can't do jokes on TV anymore. And he shit on it. And then and you know who this happened to? I'm about to compare Jerry Seinfeld to another great because comedians are modern day philosophers. You know who this also happened to? Garrett, tell them what famous writer philosopher?
Camus.
Yeah. You weren't even trying to buck it up. Albert Camus. Albert Camus.
Yep.
Like when Algeria was fighting with the fucking, with the French or whatever, and they wanted him because he's French, he wanted to take his side. He was basically saying, look, it's just people killing people.
Yeah.
It's like it's people killing people. I'm not taking a side. And everyone in France where he lived wanted him to take their side. And everyone in Algeria where he was from, he was born in Algiers, and he's like, this is people, and they all hated him. They hated him. That's why he wrote The Fall, or as they say in French, Le Chute.
It's just crazy to me that like when I was a kid, I would remember hearing like the people that are like kind of almost like culturally dominant and telling you what you can and can't say was like super evangelical religious Christians, and liberals hated them. And then liberals got cultural power and started acting exactly like them.
Oh, please. No. And that's the shift now. So they got mad at Jerry Seinfeld, who I would argue you can't get mad at him. Not at all. So here we go. A slew of students walked out on Duke University's commencement ceremony yesterday to protest Israel's war on Gaza, just as the university's commencement speaker, say it, Garrett. He's going to say it wrong.
Bill Paxton.
Jerry Seinfeld.
Benjamin Netanyahu. Wait, is Seinfeld pro-Israel?
Well, that's just it. Like he.
Or is it just we're walking out of a juice weekend?
No, it's like Camus, and he's like he didn't really take a side.
Yeah.
So everyone's gonna shit on him.
Oh,
Everyone's
because he
like,
didn't really
side with Israel, and since he didn't side with Israel, they're like, well then you must be on God. I'm not on God. Well, fuck you. Videos posted on social media but omitted from the university's live stream showed students walking out as Duke Pres Vincent Price, I thought he was dead, introduced the comedian who received an honorary doctorate. Other students erupted into dual jeers and cheers of Jerry. Seinfeld's speech largely steered clear of his recent public scuffles, focusing instead on jokes surrounding the student's AI and his honorary degree. In a riff on the idea of privilege, though, he made the specific mention of his heritage to loud cheers. I grew up a Jewish boy from New York. That is a privilege if you want to be a comedian. All right, so he's just...
That's a joke.
It's a joke, and they loved it. Like the Jews loved it. You
It's a funny joke, yeah.
But he's
And
uncharacteristic.
it's also acknowledging his privilege, which you would think they would like far left people would like.
He claimed to the New Yorker last month that the extreme left and PC crap killed comedy on TV. It did. Despite various comedies airing on TV since his last cited example, All in the Family last aired in 1979, while right-wing commentators like Elon Musk and Sean Hannity praised his comments. So you drink the green vibrance because that's a good way to end the intermittent fasting. That's all.
Yep.
What?
right.
What am I trying to hawk you guys on? I'm not
solved it.
What's that?
You solved it.
I didn't solve it. I just told you what I do. What is your?
You're smart. You're so smart.
I'm not saying.
You got it all figured out. I wish I.
I don't. It's just my ritual. What is wrong with that?
I'm gonna break my fast.
I'm gonna break. Oh, I didn't break my. Oh, I put my stupid piss tea
gonna break
in my
your ass.
whiskey glass. I can't live like this. Hold on.
Patreon.com.
So what was the green chunky diarrhea
Yeah,
brew
what-
that's in the
what's that?
Poland Spring bottle in the fridge?
That's the same thing.
What's that do to you?
That's orange. Oh, that's orange juice. Although that might be carrot
That
juice.
was not orange juice.
It's with green vibrance. That's not funny. I like being funny, but that wasn't. Don't laugh at that.
Retarded.
Stop laughing. I'm going to say something.
So what does that do
I'm going
for
to say
you?
something I've never had to say in 1,200 episodes. Stop laughing.
What does that do for you?
It just gives you fucking.
Can we see it again?
See what?
The green
Drink
vibrance.
it right in front of you, fucks. You ready?
I want to try it too.
It tastes like orange.
Oh,
juice.
let me get this out of the way.
It's orange juice and water.
All right, put some green vibrance in there.
Hold on, let me. Okay, it's nice and shook.
Oh God,
What?
it's not even green. Yeah, it spilled up.
How long has this been behind me?
That tells
Oh
more about
my
your potions.
God.
What?
Hold on,
Smarty
these guys
pants.
got to smell this.
What? It's orange juice with with vibrance that makes it green.
Smell this.
Soylent Vibrance is green.
Ew. That doesn't smell like a drink.
You
Juice and broccoli.
Garrett
Smells
walks
like
in.
shit.
Garrett walks into the
That's
dump every
sewer
day,
water.
and it's even in the song. He makes the fucking place smell weird. He's called Stinky from his opening days at O&A.
Sure
All right, I'm gonna try it.
Garrett does open up containers of farts every day.
Yeah, and you. But my.
I'm gonna try it.
I don't have 6 containers of farts with me.
Stop laughing.
No, there's 5 containers of farts in the fridge and 3 on
Oh,
them.
sorry.
I don't. Do I ever come in and be like, you know what your problem is, Stancil? You don't drink green vibrance. I don't say that. I say, you know what your problem is, Stancil?
Shove it down our throats with
You
your
eat out of
multiple
the
bottles.
jar.
You got fucking all these fucking.
You brought it up on you.
You know what? You know the funny thing, Garrett?
It's guerrilla marketing, just like his stickers. He leaves them everywhere, so you start talking about
And
it.
then no one's talking about them, are they? No.
Everyone's talking about the bottles in the fridge.
All of the you use the same. All these plastics are canceling it out. You got seepage from all the using plastic bottles all the time. You're probably drinking microplastics all day.
Well, I don't breathe them in. I never wore a mask, so I'm fine. I'm fine. By the way, that Eric Kramer guy. Stop it.
You got it all figured out, G.
How did it take us 1,200 plus episodes for you to just put
got it
Smarty
all figured
fans
out.
behind me? I mean, we might have to get rid of the books. This is better than Gino was right. This is Smarty. Like, I've never said, I'll say it again, I've never said you have to drink green vibrance, but I drink it.
You wish we all did.
That's how I eat sometimes, and I enjoy eating like that. I enjoy eating like that because sometimes I make sacrifices, and I remember when I learned what autophagy was. Autophagy. And when you get to this point in your fast, burp. You hear that? That's That's me getting healthy.
Yep.
The cells fold into each other, and it kills it folds dead cells into new. How many of these are you gonna find? How many?
You own any of those
I like
pants?
this one better because it actually has Smarty pants in it.
Yeah. Do you understand? The pants are so intelligent.
Look at that one's reading a book.
So all I'm saying is, I don't shove these things down your throat. But yes, I like a little fucking orange juice with fucking green vibrance because it has. Go back to the green vibrance, seriously. And if you really want to make fun.
25 billion
What?
probiotics.
There you go. You watch it. Hold on.
Oh, you're gonna.
There's $1 billion right there. Kansas City Chiefs kicker Harrison Butker literally said, I love this line. The 3-time Super Bowl winner laid into 81-year-old president during a fiery commencement speech Saturday at a Benedictine, that's religious, college in Atchison, Gesundheit, Kansas, where the NFL star also criticized the federal government's response to COVID. And again, I got to get to this fucking guy, Eric Kramer, the one I was telling you about. He's been on the show before. Very liberal guy. Used to write for Saturday Night Live. Everything he says, it's just like Trump derangement. And I'll get to that in a sec. But and aired out his frustrations with a litany of other political, religious, and cultural issues. And I'm going to say what I always say. I'm not saying I'm a genius. I'm saying I'm stupid and I get it. And as a group, you witness firsthand, and again, this is a football player that sees it. As a group, you witness firsthand how bad leaders who don't stay in their lane can have a negative impact on society, the 28-year-old said in his 20-minute address. While COVID might have played a large role throughout your formative years, it is not unique, the kicker argued. Bad policies and poor leadership have negatively impacted major life issues. Things like abortion, IVF, surrogacy, euthanasia, as well as a growing support for degenerate cultural values and media, all stem from the pervasiveness of disorder. And the buck stops with Biden, according to Butker. Our own nation is led by a man who publicly and proudly proclaims his Catholic faith. And I'm going to say this right here. No one's forcing religion on you. No one isn't. I fucking think organized religion, or as Keanu says, the man in the sky, stop it. Stop using these insane. But at the same time, our nation is led by a man who's publicly and proudly proclaims his Catholic faith, but at the same time is delusional. This I love. I never even say is delusional enough to make the sign of the cross during a pro-abortion rally. And if you don't get how they literally are like, you guys, this is them. You're stupid. Hey, Catholics, you're so dumb that you believe the man in the sky. So I will say I love the man in the sky, and I'll make the sign of the cross. And hey, pro-lifers, I need your vote too. So I'll talk to you, and you'll be like, oh my God, if I raise my daughter to be a whore, she can get an abortion anywhere, and I'll vote for him too. And he doesn't realize he's the fucking leader saying I'm a devout Catholic, and I will help you fucking flush your baby down the toilet. But again, you're stupid, I'm smart, and you'll vote for me. You're stupid, I'm smart, so you don't understand how it's impossible for one graph to go like this and another to go like this. It's an impossibility. Biden he has been so vocal in his support for the murder of innocent babies that I'm sure to many people it appears that you can be both Catholic and pro-choice. You can't. Unless you're a politician and you think we're stupid. And this is why right now, fucking Catholics should not be voting for Biden. If you're like old school Catholics, you should not be voting for Biden. And when he shows up in a church, and no one is calling him out, no one's saying, aren't you pro-abortion? And you're in a church. Aren't you pro-abortion? And you're on the altar. How dare you? If you really were a Christian, you would fucking not have the fucking balls fucking to set foot on an altar where you are the man in charge of a country where you're saying we need to kill babies, but he has such disrespect for the man in the sky that he does. He has such disrespect for fucking the very people that fucking piously fucking tithe fucking 10% of their income to so that money can go to Boston to pay off fucking altar boys that got fucked in the ass by a priest. He has the balls, not the balls that fucking this little fucking thing has that are coming out of its mouth. Not the balls.
You're talking about me.
He's got the balls to do that. And again, I don't see how
I was sent home.
Go. I'm sorry.
No,
What?
Finish.
I don't see how someone doesn't just say, wow, if I'm a Christian, I'm voting for Trump, because Trump is saying, I am making it illegal. I'm taking abortion out of the it's not in the thank you very much. I'm taking abortion out of the Constitution because, again, I believe in the Constitution, which is a big fan of God.
Is there a little
which is a big fan of God, that all men are created equal, that they are born with certain inalienable rights, that they're gifted from God. You're born from a God that fucking, if you're a Christian, doesn't like abortion. So what I'm going to do is say you can't have abortion. And if the states vote on it, that is out of my hands. That's out of my hands. And if you're a good Christian, move out of the state where there's abortion or don't vote for that guy. But you are sitting there voting for fucking Biden, who has the balls to make the sign of the cross while he's saying, like, yeah, let's make sure you can fucking have an abortion. And it's a sin. It's a sin what these people like Trump are doing. And yet it's getting to the point where kickers in the NFL are like, you can't talk like this and expect me to fucking respect what the fuck you're doing. And people do.
God,
people do.
Damn, you're smart.
I'm not just smart.
You got it all figured out.
I am a smarty pants. That's what I am. Thank you very much. Smarty pants. So yesterday, I'm across the street, right? Across the street, I'm having a couple. Ooh, just a good old-fashioned Tullamore Dew day. It's a throwback. Oh, it's 12-year-old Tullamore Dew. 12-year-old. If only Noodles was here. He fucks kids. So I'm across the street, Steve, you'll enjoy this, and I'm at Sullivan's, right? And Mikey Cuffs is there. Mikey Cuffs, because Aunt's in town, Missy's there, we're having a good old time, having some drinks. Mikey Cuffs like, I got everything. Me and Sam's, I got everything. So, and you know me, I'm not one to say no, because I've been known to buy a drink or two at Sullivan's. He's like, I got everything. Our boy Dan walks in, fucking pours like 5 shots. Steve, what's the face you're making, Steve?
Nobody asked for those shots.
Nobody asked for them.
He walked in and immediately just poured them. I was there for this.
Poured them, and one of those shots went to Mikey Cuffs, who had the tab, right?
Yeah.
And I'll say it again. Mikey Cuffs, I don't see him a lot. I would never stop. I pick up a lot of tabs, but when someone like Mikey Cuffs, like, I got the tab, I'm like, shots, you got the tab. Who was the one that got the tab that time? Oh, I can't think of it. And the guy Dan just walks up and pours shots. Alex Stein was in town, and him and Sam start drinking, and he's like, I got the tab. I'm like, awesome. So Dan walks up and he pours 3 shots, and fucking our boy Stancil just looks at Alex. He goes, those aren't free. You're paying for them. He just says it right in front of the guy, and it's true. So he pours the shots. He's like, I'm going across the street. I'm paying the tab. He pays the tab. I'm like, I'm about to leave. And for some dumb reason, I'm like, do I have a tab? I had a $107 tab. Hand to God.
For what?
For what?
7 shots, something. I don't know. $107 tab.
Jesus Christ.
$107 tab. From sitting there like the drunk I am, saying another one on Cuffs, and you know Mikey, he's not shy. It's like, hey Mike, I'm gonna buy 19 shots. Okay, buddy, I don't care. So yeah, that was fantastic.
That Dan is double dipping. Double dipping Dan. He charged both of you for the same drinks, I bet.
Probably. And it's not even. It's like why do I have to say what are you doing? Why do I have to say that? Why should I have to say, what the fuck is this? Right?
Did you?
No, I just tipped 20% left like a cunt. Like an absolute cunt. Just money. Can't be bothered. Like, what am I expecting when I go in there? What am I expecting?
I get free drinks all the time from the shop.
They're going to start charging you for the seat.
Rachel takes good care of us. I had a tab with Rachel the other day. It was like $35.
Yeah, she's nice.
Yeah. Jew broad. We like her.
Is
So I'm not
Kiana
worried
wearing white?
What's that?
Is Kiana wearing white?
Why wouldn't she? If you can pull it off, we might all be able to get away with it.
Hello.
Hey, I saw I missed a call from you, baby. What's up?
I have terrible news.
What is it, baby?
I have to call off the wedding. I seem to have lost the ring.
But me and Maddie
Yes.
we just got our tuxedo T-shirts, baby.
Well, as luck would have it, I was at the red wedding dress store,
Sure.
and it seems to have slipped off my finger. So, wear whatever the fuck you want.
By
What
the
kind
way,
of a fucking question is that, Garrett? Why?
what?
Why wouldn't I
Oh my
wear
God!
white,
Watch this. Hey, Garrett.
Garrett?
Oh boy. Hey, Garrett. Oh boy.
Hey, Garrett, this is why no one invites you anywhere.
Thanks for the invite to. Oh, she hung up.
Oh, you're me this whole call. You got the old boy and you got hung up on. I love that woman. How's it feel, Garrett? Not too good, right?
Amazing.
I didn't know they had a red wedding dress. store.
I'm going to tell you something. I know she's my fiance. She's funny. When she's like, what the fuck was that, Garrett? Oh, when she gets that Sidgy anger, it moves. I'm sorry. What the fuck was that, Garrett? What are your thoughts on Dr. I always forget his name, Dr. Malone, and who's the other one? Dr. The two guys that really took
McCullough.
McCullough, thank you.
Pepper.
What's that?
I know them. I don't think I
Dr.
know
Pepper.
them.
Thank you, Steve. Good callback. What's that?
Dr. Pepper's awesome. I don't know.
And what about Dr. Ocker Pizza? That's another thing. That's another Dr. brand pizza. It's called Dr. Ocker Pizza.
There you go.
Good one,
I like
Frankie.
Dr. Ocker. I don't know this Dr. McCullough.
And
Really.
there's
The best show ever.
And there's Dr. Scholl's. That's a company that makes sneakers.
Yep.
Correct.
That's another doctor.
He
Name another one.
Corn plasters.
Yeah,
don't
Frankie,
you know?
name another doctor.
Doctor Who. That's a TV series.
Good
based in
job.
UK.
Good.
You got one more.
Come on, Frankie, one more
I
doctor.
remember the former DJ Rob Kelly, a.k.a. the nickname DJ Dr. Love from 2012
Jesus.
Windy Pier area.
If you asked me to name 10 non-medical doctors,
Frankie is his own Wikipedia, I swear.
This is from Dr. McCullough.
I found it out there's another villain in Final Fantasy 12 video game on PlayStation 2 is Dr. Sid.
Nice.
I don't know him.
Care. Fucking, they don't get it as
Dr.
much
Doom
as black
he's
people.
from Marvel Cinematic Universe. Dr. Doom, he's one of the characters in MCU.
He
Perfect.
became God in Secret War.
I
Too.
love that Dr. Steve's now
Yep.
responding to Frankie and not me. That tells you all you need to know.
more fun.
And he's right to do so. You're right,
Talking
Dr.
about
Steve.
comic book stuff, yeah, and Secret War, Doom
And Doctor
created
Strange,
a
that's a
battle world
popular
and became
MCU
God.
character. Doctor Strange.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what they called.
He's another superhero. And I saw Doctor Strange at Cineplex in Sydney, Nova Scotia in November 2016. Movie Doctor Strange 1.
Nice, Frankie.
That's good, Frank. Thank you, my friend.
Frankie, name another doctor.
You
Psych Nova Scotia's Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Strange.
All right.
Wow. Okay, now he's looking stuff up. Something that I think
Canada's
you're
Chief
probably
Medical
referring
Officer
to.
is Dr. Tam.
There you go. That guy. That guy's an asshole.
Come on.